So the first exercise we're going to do is the upper ab curl, and we're going to take our magic circle and place it between the knees. So the pad is just above the bony part of your knee, on the inside of your knee. And then you're going to just lower yourself down with control. Make sure you're centered in the middle of the mat, and your legs and feet are parallel. So you don't want to start with a lot of squeeze with your inner thighs of the circle. You just want to be able to hold the circle in place. Find that neutral pelvic position. So you want your tailbone to be heavy, your lumbar spine to be light, and your pubic bone and your front of your hip bones are on the same horizontal plane. All right, you know what your neutral pelvis is. Take your hands behind your head. You can interlace your fingers, allow your elbows to be wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth like you're blowing air out of a straw. Feel your abdominals engage. Squeeze your circle. Nod your chin to your chest and lift your head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. Good. Now you want to imagine that you're holding on to a soft peach between your chin and your chest, and you're trying not to squish it. Take a deep breath here. Try to keep your curl. And as you exhale, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Release your squeeze. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw your navel in and up. Find that deep abdominal scoop. Squeeze your circle and nod your chin to your chest. Take a deep breath at the top. And exhale, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Let's do this 3 more times. And when you lift your head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat, send your gaze down towards your navel. Make sure your shoulders aren't in your ears. You want to draw your shoulder blades down your back and feel that nice stretch along the back of your neck and your upper back. And lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Let's do this twice more. So this is a great exercise to not only strengthen your core muscles, but give your back a nice little stretch, as well as strengthen your inner thighs. One last time. All right. So now let's take the circle into your hands, lengthen your left leg on the floor, and lift your right leg up to the sky. You're going to place the ball of your foot on the inside of the pad of your circle, and we're going to do single leg roll up. So one leg reaches up, one leg reaches down. You're holding onto your circle with both hands. Allow your elbows to open out to the sides a little softness in your elbows, and draw your shoulder blades down your back. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and reach through your heel, press the leg forward and down, nod your chin to your chest, reach through your heel, and roll all the way up. Good. Now stack your pelvis, your spine on top of your pelvis, lift your lower back, middle back, upper back, and head. And try to keep this leg that's in the circle as high as you possibly can, trying to keep the leg straight while the shoulders down the back. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, draw your navel in, curl your tailbone under, reach through your heel, slowly lower yourself down, lower your lower back to the mat, middle back, upper back, and then head. Take a deep breath and exhale. So really reach through that leg. Peel the spine away from the mat. Deep breath at the top. And exhale. Slowly roll down. So not only am I reaching through the heel that's in the circle, I'm also reaching through that bottom leg, trying to keep the bottom leg anchored into the floor. Easing your shoulders, draw your shoulder blades down your back throughout. So this is a great exercise to lengthen your hamstrings, strengthen your core, but also to strengthen your hip flexor. One more time on this leg. Okay, let's change legs. All right, find your setup. Oh, just enjoy this initial stretch. Oh boy. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, reach through the heel. Draw your navel in. Down your chin to your chest. Rolling up. Stacking your spine on top of your pelvis. Take a deep breath, sitting tall, lifting that leg. And exhale, slowly roll down. Reach, reach, reach through the legs. Deep breath. And exhale. Twice more. Easy through your shoulders as you move through this exercise. It's really easy to create a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. See if you can continue to draw your shoulders down your back. And deepen your abdominals throughout. Send your focus there. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, slowly roll down. I think that was our last one. Okay. So now, let's change legs again. And now we're going to do an exercise called the three-way hip stretch. So, both legs are long. Right leg is in your circle, holding on with both hands to start. Try to draw your tailbone down towards the floor. Nice long legs if you can. If you need to soften your knee, that's okay. Just find that nice stretch of the hamstring. So this stretches out the hamstrings to start. And then you're going to keep holding onto the circle with your right hand. So right leg, right hand. The other arm is going to go out to the side, and you're going to open out your right leg to the side. As you do so, keep your tailbone down, keep this opposite leg anchored into the floor. So now we're stretching out the adductors, the inner thigh muscles. The legs, the muscles that help us to draw our legs together. So that stretch. Good, and let's lift the leg back up to the top. Now you're going to take hold of the circle in the opposite hand. I'm going to take my right arm out to the side, and I'm just going to pull my right leg across the midline of my body towards my opposite shoulder. Try to still keep your tailbone down on the floor and feel that wonderful stretch along the outside of your leg. You might even feel a stretch in your calf muscle too. It depends upon what's tightest on you. Relax your shoulders. And then from here, we'll go into a nice spinal twist. So I'll lower my leg towards the floor. I look in the opposite direction. So that's a nice stretch for the back, as well as the hip, too. Good, and let's go back to the beginning again, and let's change legs. Okay. So let's just enjoy this simple hamstring stretch. Relax your shoulders, elbows are soft. Reach through your heels. Hold on to the circle with the same arm as a leg. Open out to the side. Try to keep your tailbone anchored on the floor. Keep reaching long and anchoring this opposite leg into the floor. Stretching out your adductors. And let's lift the leg up to the top again. Change hands. One arm goes out to the side. And now we draw the leg across the midline of the body towards your opposite shoulder. Now keep your tailbone down for that nice stretch of the outer leg. And And then now let's open the leg out to the side all the way. Look over the shoulder, get this nice stretch here. Good, and coming back to the top. And bend the knee. So let's start by doing knocking on the door of life. So let's stand with our legs and feet about shoulder width apart. Soften the knees and lengthen your spine. Turn from your hips and your waist to the right and the left. And allow your arms to swing. At the very last moment, you bend your elbows and knock along key pressure points in the low back and your abdomen. Really relax your shoulders and really move the body from the center. This exercise not only opens the spine, it invigorates it, and also we're activating key pressure points in the body. In the low back, knocking on the door of life, just related to your kidneys, your energy, your vitality. Good. Now let's go to the chest, corner of the chest, just below your collarbone. Tap with a soft fist. Activating those lung points. Did you know your lung meridian runs down the inside of your arm from the corner of your chest and ends on your thumb? And now let's tap on the top of your shoulder, base of your neck, leaving lines of tension, neck and shoulders and upper back. So many of us hold our tension or stress in our shoulders. It's a great way to just release some of that tension and stress. Good. And let's go back down to the chest again. And then let's wrap the arms around that low back and the abdomen. Take a deep breath with me. And as you exhale, let's drop into water waves. So water waves is a softer version of a spinal rotation exercise. It's a wonderful complement to knocking on the door of life. We just spiral the arms around the body, no longer tapping or knocking. And this exercise is a wonderful way to bring your body, your mind, and your spirit into the present moment. And releasing any worry, negative thinking, just pushing it all away. You can go ahead and close your eyes like me. Just feel the body opening up from the hips through the spine, shoulders, the elbows, wrists, and hands. Just being aware of your physical body. Dense manifestation of energy. And now become aware of the air around you. Can you feel the air around you moving through your fingers? A representation of the more immaterial energy that's around us as well. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to slow the movement down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Till we come to a point of stillness. And just pay attention to the energy circulating through your body in the stillness. Qigong is a dance between form, physical body, the energy of the physical body, and the formless, right? The energy that animates the body, interacting with the energy all around us. Okay. Now let's move on to spinal cord breathing. So we're going to lift the arms up, bend the elbows, draw your elbows back, open the chest, lift your gaze, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, curl your tailbone under around your spine and look towards your belly. Take a deep breath in, and exhale out. So moving the spine in a different range of motion, flexion and extension. So you want to be able to move the spine in all of its ranges of motion in order to maintain strength and flexibility, the muscles and the bones and the joints. And movement helps to circulate energy so that energy doesn't become stuck or stagnant in the body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Good, and then lower your arms down and roll up. Open your legs and feet wider than your shoulders. Nice and wide. And now let's do move like a river. So we're going to move the spine in another range of motion, which is lateral flexion. So you're going to bend your knees and place your hands on your knees and just tilt your torso slightly forward. Shift your weight over to the right, move through the spine to the right. Shift your weight over to the left, move through the spine to the left. So we inhale to one side and exhale to the other. So sequentially moving through your spine. Lower back, middle back, upper back, head. Lower back, middle back, upper back, head. Good. And as we move like a river, we are calling on the energy of water. And what is water? Water is powerful, it's nourishing, it's smooth, it's nurturing. Feel that wonderful stretch from your hips all the way up the side of your body. Good. And now allow the movement to slowly unwind until you're still. And then bend forward. Just give yourself a nice little forward stretch. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Feel this great stretch of the back of your body. Soften your knees. Slowly roll up, and as you roll up, lift your arms at the front of your body. And then open the arms out and down. So now we're going to keep this wide leg position. But now we're going to move into a series of exercises that's part of the Lunge Flow series. And so I'm going to keep my left foot where it is, but I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to rotate it out from the hip. So my toes are going to point that way. And then I'm going to come into a lunge with my knee right over my ankle, still reaching down to this back leg, outer edge of the foot presses down. And then I'm going to reach the arms out. One in front, one behind me, shoulders right over my hips. Relax my shoulders. So feel this powerful posture. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale as you lengthen that front leg and bring the hands to the heart, palms touch. Inhale as we reach. And exhale as we draw the hands to the heart. And as we bend and straighten the leg, we are pumping earth energy up through the legs, strengthening the legs and the hips. Take a deep breath and exhale. Good, moving on. So now we're going to reach out through the arms. So we're going to take this front arm, bring your forearm down to your thigh, and then reach this other arm overhead. Good. So let's inhale as we reach up with one arm, back arm touches the leg, and then exhale as the other arm reaches over and we go into this nice lunging reach. Feel this nice stretch. Let's inhale and exhale. And you can modify this exercise if you need to. Maybe make your lunge smaller, maybe not as deep. Listen to your body. Take a deep breath and exhale. Good. And now let's take the arms out, straighten this front leg. Toes are going to point forward. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to rotate out on this leg. I'm going to bend the knee. Knee is right over the ankle. Make sure your knee doesn't go past your toes. And then the arms are going to reach out, look over your shoulder. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, hands to your heart. I've often heard in the teaching of this exercise that when we have one arm reaching in front of us, one arm reaching behind us, this front arm is referring to the future, this back arm is the past, and we are standing in the center, in the present, looking towards the future. So let's send our energy, our good energy that we're cultivating in this moment, and projecting it into the future, which will be bright. Inhale and exhale. Let's inhale again, reaching out in your lunge. Let's take this front arm, place it on the thigh. Reach the other arm overhead. Feel this great stretch from the fingertips all the way down to your back foot. And let's inhale. And exhale. So one of the things that I love about this exercise is not only am I strengthening and stretching the legs, I'm also opening up the ribs, the intercostal muscles. And when they're stretched, we're able to take deeper breaths. One more time. Good. Arms are out. Lengthen that front leg, turn the toes to point forward, and then just bend forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Soften your knees and roll up. Lift your arms up the front of your body. And then open the arms out and down.